Rich Shippey doing some good marketing. That's always great to see. However, if you do a little bit more digging, it might not be as good as it seems. Unfortunately, however, it's still good marketing. I like that they are still continually, the management is by and large still advertising, marketing, doing good things, trying to promote the product, and acting as if they really are going to get global SAVR adoption, which is what they claim to do. So that's bullish, slightly, right? We're going to go over the actual published date here, which is not, it's not as bullish as people think, but it's still good from a company perspective. And if you look at the institutional ownership today, we've got almost 25% institutional ownership. Remember, I say it every time. I still have people that don't hear it. The filings, the transaction date, and the file date's not indicative of the transaction date. Okay, usually for the 13F forms, they have about 45 days until 45 days after the quarter that the transaction was filed in to file it, or not filed, done. Right, 45 days after the current quarter ends. Okay, so they have it long. So most of these filings very outdated. However, there's a clear trend, and we're going to go over that today. 25% institutional ownership. This was barely anything not too long ago. And of course, you may say, well, the stock price has gone up a lot. Well, hey, yeah, the institutional ownership is going to increase and the stock price goes up a lot, but still, there's a clear trend that we've been seeing, and it's holding and buying. And I want to go over the Vanguard 14 million shares, or 15 million now, and also Renaissance selling out. We got some crazy filings here, and then also going over what the plan is and what my plan is, if my plans change, on how bullish I am, and what my outlook on the company is, and if I'm still super bullish, right? Because I've been saying this is a great company, this is going to do great things for a while now, and the stock has gone down, the high growth has gone down, gotten killed. A lot of comments. I mean, right now, even more so now, maybe than we're getting close to May 13th panic levels and fear FUD levels, pretty much. And I want to just say what I'm thinking. That's all I want to do. If you guys want to give up, I'm not even going to try to persuade you. I'm just going to tell you what I'm thinking in terms of my plan with BNGO and my investment in them. So starting off with the tweet here, and then we'll show the portfolio at the end as well. So this was it is good, right? There's a chapter in the cytogenomics textbook by Thomas here for the academic press. There's a chapter on optical genome mapping. Okay, great. That sounds really good, right? It's like, okay, great. This is, it's the primary reference source for all cytogenomics laboratories and students globally. That sounds amazing. However, I did a digging here, and unfortunately, it looks like, to my understanding, this was published almost 3 months ago, right? May 25th. And this is the correct book here. Cytogenomics first edition, same author, and exact same picture here. So unfortunately, it's not like this just happened like we wanted it to. Like it kind of implied, right? As some people were thinking it was, I'm sure. However, it's still good to see that Rich Shippey is still doing good things and tweeting out stuff that's important like this. There's stuff that a lot of people don't know about. So it's still good. It's good marketing. It's not crazy news though, based on what I'm seeing, to my understanding. Now the institutional filing. So essentially, what you have here. Don't let it fool you. Okay, I have the premium Fintel. You're welcome. If you look at the actual filing, Vanguard did not buy 14 million shares. You have to pay attention. This is their total share amount. This is the shares change percentage. More simple. You can just do it in a more simple way. Just look at this. Okay, they had before the filing a couple days ago, they had 9 million shares. Now they have almost 15 million. Okay, so a betting man would say they've added about 5 million shares. Exactly. That's kind of what we're looking at. They added 5 million shares, and they added on the 30th of June. Now, if we look at the price, you're looking at, sevens, right? Low sevens, mid sevens, maybe if they didn't get very lucky. Their average share price is $7.70, and this is the trend that I want to make the point of, and what I want to make you aware of. Institutions are buying and holding, to our knowledge. Of course, yes, the filings are outdated. I know, I've been saying this for months. I still get people that say, Brandon, this isn't bullish because the filings are outdated. Still, to our knowledge, they are holding and buying at prices that are above the current price, which means they're down in the red, bag holding, as Thresh would say, right? All the bears would say they're bag holding. At least they say we're bag holding. They are holding, and they are for whatever reason, right? I don't know if it's because I don't know why, right? I'm not going to speculate as to why all these institutions are holding. They all have different reasons. However, for one reason or another, they are holding, and they think it's going to go up if they're holding. That's what a betting man would say, and that's as simple as it gets. So I'm not saying this is super bullish. Yes, Vanguard added 5 million. However, Renaissance actually sold 9 million. Renaissance sold out, man. Renaissance is done. Renaissance is out of here. And actually, the institutional ownership did increase slightly because we got so many filings here with a lot of institutions adding. Like these guys, for example. These guys added about another almost 3 million shares. Their average share price is now 770. Again, the 30th of June was when they added. And there's a clear trend. People are adding. People are getting in, and they're adding shares and holding them. That's the trend. And I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm doing the exact same thing. So take it for what it is, right? It's not huge news, but that's, if you see any FUD going on, Renaissance sold out, all this other stuff. Well, actually, our institutional ownership's increased because Vanguard added 5 million. And these guys, however you pronounce these guys' name, these guys added about almost 3 million shares as well. They're both adding millions of shares. And the clear trend is that you're not seeing much red. You're seeing a lot of green on the institutional filings. They're delayed, yes, but to our knowledge, this is what we're working with. So we'll take, and this is not just like a black swan and anomaly event. No, this is this has been happening for months. Institutions are buying and buying and holding and holding. That's as simple as it gets. Now, for the news and for the plan, for my plan with Bionano, I think we're going to do one BNGO video a day. For a little bit, I'll come in and stream randomly, maybe if there's some crazy news on the day, and I feel like we should cover it, maybe. But we'll continue doing BNGO videos because I'm not giving up on BNGO because the company's only given me more. I've only gotten more confident in the company, and the earnings was great. We've gone down a lot, and people look at the chart and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Brandon, this company's it's failing. The stock is failing. You're an idiot." It's like, dude, you. I respect everybody's opinion, but if you're telling me Bionano is failing on a day like Friday, where literally everything is down, every high growth stock is getting absolutely annihilated, and you're gonna come yelling at me and saying I'm done, I can't take anymore, I can't take this guy, this guy's an idiot, I've been watching him for months. You know, make your own opinion, but if you're going to sell out because I've told you guys that high growth in the markets are not in the best situation, in my opinion, right? I've told you that I've been holding UVSY, which, by the way, UVSY has been getting fucking killed. The markets, the high growth sector has been been going down, and the UVSY has been going down as well, with the markets kind of going sideways. Nasdaq has at least been going sideways. But, dude, you have to understand something. The markets have dictated Bionano's value, and that's the reason why we've gone down so much. I'm holding, and the reason why I'm holding is that I believe in the company, and I think we're going to do great things based on what I'm seeing with this. I think people are overreacting on the expenses here. I think people are not looking closely enough at the details and the gross margins and what we're on track for in 2021 for the revenue. It looks good. It looks very good, I think. I mean, it objectively looks good from a revenue year-over-year growth perspective, right? That's damn sure. That's priced in, you may argue. Well, I would argue that not all of it is. I would also argue if we're going to continue to get crazy numbers like we have been the last 3 quarters, you know where we're going. You know where we're going. Profitability is coming. It's coming. That's as simple as it gets. Every single quarter, the Bears lose time. The Bulls have time. We can hold for years. The Bears don't. They can't hold for that long. We have a cash runway of 5 years, and it's actually longer than that. Actually, if you have a little bit of realism, if you insert a little bit of realism into your little equation on how long we can stay afloat, if we're going to be making anything close to what any sort of projections are doing, it's much longer than 5 years. So bankruptcy is and running out of cash is that's not even a risk, unless we're just going to start throwing millions of dollars out the window, literally. So I feel better about the company now than I have in forever, really. I mean, since the earnings report. Yes, the earnings report wasn't astonishing. It wasn't like spectacular. However, this still gave me a lot of confidence in what they're doing. They said gross margins are going to increase. They said they're going to continue hiring, which is an amazing metric to gauge the health of a company. And at this point, I'm just ranting about the earnings report. My opinion is this. The earnings was good. That was the big news that we got recently. The stock is going down because high growth. I'm holding and buying more. That's as simple as it gets. All right, and with that being said, here's the portfolio. You want to see the carnage and death? Here you go. UVXY down. Are we down 20%? Let's see. Okay, 12%. Okay, I thought it was worse than that. Well, yeah, it's pretty bad all across the board, though. But anyways, thank y'all so much. This is not financial advice. I will see y'all. And feel free to check out Newsweed, our sponsor. Newsweed is our sponsor, newsweed.com and Newsweed on YouTube. Link in the description. But I have a link for his website and his YouTube channel. in the description. Big thanks to him and Newsweek. I will see y'all in the next one.